Okay, ready, set, go.
What's up? What we have to do for music. Happy
And
Halloween!
they're like, oh no, you take this video off. What the fuck? Yes, it's a joke.
Yeah,
it's a joke.
It's
Anyways, happy Halloween,
Yay!
everybody! Yes, this is our Halloween episode. Yay! Because today's actually Halloween, and we were like, let's do it. Also, we've been sick.
Yeah, we've been
very sick.
But now,
because I got sick and you got sick, so yeah, there's a lot of things that like we couldn't put up for Halloween, like to do the review for the movie. So we were like, let's just do it for Halloween. And so here we are. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween again. I'm Shirley
Christy.
So yes, we're gonna be reviewing Halloween and the film from now that came out 2 weeks ago, and The Haunting of Hill House, which is a Netflix television series. And yeah,
that's it.
And that's it. So yes, Halloween, it is a 2018 film. I totally forgot who directed it. I don't know. I know Danny McBride is the
winning director,
writer, and he's the producer. So yeah, I already know him because he's a comedian and actor. And I literally forgot the director's name, so sorry about that.
I forgot it too.
Yeah, I didn't look it up. I looked up Halloween, but I didn't really actually look up his name because I was just like, okay, whatever. Because it's all the other Halloween films are like washed away. They're in the trash, in a sense. They're not canon, as they say, because this is a direct sequel to the 1978 film Halloween, directed by John Carpenter. And and Jamie Lee Curtis is back as Laurie, and you have the original Mike Myers too, actor Nick Castle, who I finally found out who his name was, and he's a screenwriter and director and actor, so I thought it was cool that they bring him back too. Of course, it makes sense. So yeah, it was it's 40 years later. Do the math, 1978. Do the math. It tells you the movie, I think. But anyways, yeah, so Michael Myers is in a mental institution, which makes sense. He's, I think it's for murderers and stuff, right? Right?
Well, he's in a section of the mental institution that are for like
criminally insane, as they say.
Yeah.
Probably using these terms wrong. I'm so sorry about that. Yes, and and then so these people come, these podcasters from true crimes, which is kind of funny because I actually listen to true crime podcasts. And so I was laughing in my head because I was like, that's what I listen to. But I never noticed that, they were, extreme because they had the masks and all that stuff. Yeah. And they went to go, bother him.
Yeah.
They were egging him on. Yeah. And
thirst, I guess.
It was crazy because I was like, I listen to true crime podcasts, and I've never noticed them doing that shit from what I noticed. Because they do research and that's it. But they don't literally go over there and be like, hey, with the mask, hey, you murderer, look. And they're literally, no wonder they got killed.
Yeah.
It was that was gonna happen. Sorry, this is a spoiler review. I didn't even put out there. So I'm no wonder, because it's why are you egging him? That does not make sense. I was just annoyed by them. Because it's what the hell?
And nothing really happens in that scene where they're egging him, and I was just waiting for something to happen. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. Just the people laughing and all that stuff. It was. I didn't like them.
There were a subplot that, I think they were just necessary because he probably needed the contact information.
Again?
But, a subplot, it was not really necessary.
Also, how they were mistreating the patients, the people in there, was kind of messed up. I was like, ooh. It probably is true life, how they, hospitals and mental institutions treat the people who are in there. Very horribly. I don't know if this is a great representation of what mental illness is and all that stuff. It's probably not. Because again, the mental institution, the representation, but also the representation of people and the many illnesses that people have. Right. there's so many. There's different kinds. So, yeah. But again, it's just a slasher film. So, I don't know. Yeah, so he comes out. He escapes, of course, because he has to. This is, again, a slasher movie. And, there is Laurie, who was his victim from, the person he was coming after 40 years ago. And she has PTSD. Of course, it makes sense. And so she's been a person who's, been trying to get ready to face him again. Because she feels, through her trauma, that he's going to come back. And she was right. And she was also, preparing her daughter for that, Karen, and all that stuff. And so, but her daughter, was taken away and stuff because of what Laurie was going through, as they saw that she wasn't a fit mother and all that stuff. So, yeah, and then, so Karen now is the lady, whatever, and she has a daughter of her own who's 16, and there's Allison, right, and all that stuff, so, and her husband, and yeah. Mostly all I cared about was Laurie and her trauma, and all the stuff she was going through. Those scenes with Jamie Lee Curtis when she's at the restaurant celebrating Allison. I don't know what the hell was they celebrating. Something about school or some shit. Right?
Yeah, I forgot. She entered a program or what? I don't know what the hell it was. I think it was
Honor Society. I think that's what it was. I don't remember that. But I did. Anyways, that scene was really powerful because it's like, yeah, you see how it's like she's trying, but it's just, she can't. Because it's just like,
I felt like Michael and Laurie were the best, of course, of the movie. I mean, they're the central characters, right?
Yeah, and they were the best, like I said.
Just showing, I felt like the writer, even with the lines, captured what Laurie would have really been like after many years of, surviving that whole slasher experience with Michael, how she is so totally traumatized. She spends most of her life preparing for the next arrival from Michael, and you see that. You see all these cool gadgets that she's building in her house and stuff to just capture him, and just, it's kind of, like you see in other movies, but...
Yeah. The twist was horrible, though. There's a twist with the doctor and all that stuff. Not good.
I have to say...
It does not make sense.
The subplots were not really that strong, so if you're going to see Halloween, it's for Michael and Laurie.
Yes, for Michael, who's, great as a killer. Great as a killer.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. But he's great. He's scary. He's a scary villain. They made him scary.
I don't know.
And,
she scares me sometimes.
I don't know why I said that. But, he's a great villain. And Laurie and her trauma and everything she goes through, kick ass. Also, to see a woman over 50 kicking ass is effing amazing.
Yeah.
Go see her for that. That's just the coolest part. I like Karen. Allison, I literally did not care for. I didn't understand the ending where her and the knife maybe is she's going to go through the same thing.
That's what I was thinking about. And I was like, maybe Allison's going to be the next, killer.
I thought she was going to be like her grandma, or she's going to be the next killer. I didn't understand that. Also, on top of that, again, the twist, because it was okay, so... He takes him out, Michael Myers is killing people, but then it takes away the fact that why was he following Laurie in the first one? Now they're not brothers. Spoiler, they're not brothers and sisters anymore in this movie or whatever. That was just a rumor. It was but it kind of takes away, I don't know, it takes away something valuable to the movie and that relationship. I don't know, it just takes it away. It's kind of oh yeah, there's the girl I tried to kill before who I was actually following and killing her friends. So you get what I'm trying to say? It takes away. I get it that they're trying to be he's a machine, a killing machine. He's just going a rampage on half the field or whatever. And, that makes sense. I get it. But at the same time, it takes away that valuable relationship. I don't know. I mean, it's not really a relationship, but it takes that extra,
It does, because that's the...
Because in that film, he was following her.
Yeah, that's the whole stake for him. It's I gotta get her.
Yeah, that's my sister. So it's just
the one thing I have to say about the movie that was kind of nice was that it was a lot of the, like for me, I felt like a lot of the scenes was like a homage to the original Halloween. With the killing of the teens, and just him walking through the neighborhood. Of course, you'll never get the whole like scary atmosphere that you did from the first one, especially the POV shot that you got in the beginning, which is like
so
the most original way.
It makes sense though.
To start a film. But it was there. Those scenes I felt like were recreated in a sense. So it was nice to see that. But the tone of the film kept on
changing
up a little bit. There was a cute kid that kind of was funny, but it totally broke the whole.
Oh my God! I was about to bring that up. That was the last thing we were gonna bring up.
He was funny.
He was funny. He was good.
But it totally did not fit the
That
whole
was not
story.
funny when the babysitter was getting killed and you're laughing at what he's saying,
Yeah.
but at the same time this teenage girl's getting killed.
Exactly.
Not cute. That shit was not funny, to be honest.
So that wasn't the best time to really bring a scene like that in to be funny, because it's supposed to be a horror flick. So it's like I don't know. It just felt like it didn't fit at all.
It was too not nice. And also weird.
Anyways.
It was not fitting at all.
And then I thought of like the first original movie and the ending, and I'm like, in the end they didn't even catch Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, that's
so
funny.
how is this? So
the direct sequel,
and then in the next movie
mental
he's in the mental institution. So there is kind of like a little break in the.
He got up in the last movie, the ending, and he wandered around or something, and that's how they caught him. That's all. I'm assuming that he was killing other people.
Well, I know, but I'm saying
no, because he was. You're right. He was
I understand
gone,
that,
so that doesn't make sense. Like how now he's in the mental institution.
You have to show that in the film. You can't just start.
Or at least
I
guess.
Or give some sort of context in the film. By to explain how the heck did he get in the mental health institution?
Yeah, just see for Laurie.
Assume, but.
See for Laurie and Michael Myers.
Yeah,
basically. That's basically it.
But let's move on.
Oh yes, Netflix, Haunting of Hill House. Yeah, this is a reimagining of Shirley Jackson's novel. I tried to read it. I didn't get through all of it. I don't remember why. Maybe because I didn't like it.
I need to pick it up.
I have to try it again because I know it's a classic. I know that the story's different because it's about people in the house who have problems dreaming and all that stuff. This is about the family. They reimagine it, of course, like I said. So now this is the Crane family. They took the Crane name. Notice that? If you know the book and the other movies.
And a lot of the names from the actual
a lot of the names of the siblings are taken from those characters too. So the Crane family, there's like 5 kids, right?
Yeah.
We were getting confused how many kids they were. We were like lost.
5 kids.
Yeah, 5 kids and the mom and dad, of course.
2 boys, 3 girls.
Yeah, I think it's 3 girls and then 2 boys. There's Steven, Shirley,
Theo,
yes, thank you. Luke, and then Nell,
Nell.
because now they're twins. Luke and Nell are twins, but I think Nell's the youngest. But
yeah,
I think I don't remember. Yeah, so they move into Hill House, and of course it's a haunted house. And basically, it's like you see them growing up as children, and the trauma and tragedy they go through, and then all of that is coming back to them as adults. So as adults, they have to face that trauma. As they say, they have to face the ghosts of their past. Ghosts.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. So it's this. I guess this show is mostly about trauma and tragedy and how people face these different traumas.
Yeah.
That's what it's mostly about. It's not really. It's scary, but it's not really about that. It's about that.
I feel like the whole ghost thing was more like a metaphor.
Metaphor for their trauma.
Yeah. So personally, I don't want to do any spoilers for this.
No.
I really feel, you gotta watch it.
You have to watch it.
I mean,
it's pretty good.
I ain't gonna lie, that I don't know if there was different writers. I mean, I'm assuming there was maybe some different writers on some between, each episode, but there are some episodes that are just like really exciting to watch and scary, downright scary. For me, I mean, I felt like if you like horror, but this is more like, I felt like an old horror, like a lot of talking though, And then you got a lot of the like scary scenes that you would see in old horror films, which I felt like this was really cool. And for me, the type of horror that was in this film was like really refreshing to watch, something new in a sense.
I mean, there was jump scares, but there's always jump scares.
Yeah.
But again, it is talking about Halloween. It's the atmosphere and like just like the suspense of it. Like, is something gonna pop out and then it doesn't? So that's what's cool about it. Also, the house or whatever the set looked like a haunted house. It just felt like kind of
perfect.
like,
The set was perfect. The cinematography was amazing.
Really good. The acting was pretty good too.
Yeah, I like the acting.
So
and just the relationship between the brothers and sisters felt so natural in the sense
real.
like
they
whole
felt
dialogue,
like actual siblings.
Yeah, like fighting and arguing and just I don't know. It just felt so real in a sense.
Yeah, and also on episode 6, there is a 25-minute. I think it's 25-minute like long shot. In the episode, and it's like you see and you're just like, how the hell did they do that? Do you know what long shot is? You must know.
It's the
when they just take one continuous shot
panorama shot.
Yeah, and you noticed it, right? Like how they were like, and that's hard as hell. Yeah, that's hard.
A lot of the scenes,
because everybody has to hit their points. People have to move out of the way when they're moving shit around. Like, that's hard. That's not easy. So I gotta give it to them. That was really cool.
A lot of great.
Really good.
I felt like the directing was really good. I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. Like, we watched practically all of it in one night, right? 2 nights, maybe?
It was 2 nights.
2 nights?
2 nights.
Yeah.
2 or 3 nights, yeah.
Only because we had to fall asleep. We were exhausted.
We had to go to sleep. Come on, man. That's too many of us.
Yeah. Anyways, and then the cute part about it is that they put a whole bunch of ghosts.
Yeah, there was 33 ghosts. There was 33 ghosts around the house that are just around, like you want people will be walking by and then there's a ghost. And I was like, oh shit, so they're there, you know, and it's kind of cool.
So Shirley catched most of them. She had to rewind them for me. So you have to really look because they don't come out, they don't pop out naturally. Like, you gotta really look.
You have to really look.
So.
Also, it's like, I didn't catch all of them because apparently there's 33. I was like, wow,
I have to watch it over.
Because I didn't catch them. I was like, oh shit. Because I noticed things and I was like, what is that? It would be like a face or something. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I would have to say, if you really want something fun for Halloween tonight, definitely check that one out. Because that was awesome.
Yeah, watch it.
And these characters will grow on you, and you'll feel some sort of like.
And then some of the characters you want to punch in your face.
And you're like, oh my god. So you're going to feel a lot of emotions towards these characters, which is great, and which is something like you hardly ever feel when you're watching a horror film.
I really wanted to punch Steven.
So, yeah.
He's the oldest sibling.
Yeah.
You watch it, you know why, and you want to punch him too.
But catch it.
Yes. Catch
if
it,
you can,
really,
if you have Netflix.
It's a really sad show. Mm-hmm. It's actually sad.
It's really sad.
It's scary, but overall, it's just sad and bittersweet. What this family, the Crane family, goes through. So yeah, watch it if you want. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, that's the only way you can watch it.
And let's say if you don't have Netflix, you're not doing anything for tonight, just catch yourself on your couch and looking for something to watch. If you have AMC, which most people should, there's a Halloween marathon happening today on AMC.
Of course there is.
Of course.
So wait, they're showing all the Halloween movies?
Yeah, but they're starting early in the morning.
Of course, because there's so many.
Yeah. So.
But again, they're not canon.
But
who gives a shit? I'm gonna watch all of them.
If you just want to watch a horror flick and like...
I can't watch all of them. I have to go somewhere. But watch them if you want.
So...
yeah,
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Halloween, it's gonna be over tonight.
Yeah. Oh, also, go out to vote. Please.
Yes, please.
If you could do other things in your life, you could go vote. Just saying. Please. Because there's a lot of terrible things happening.
Yeah.
Please go vote. November 6th.
November 6th.
So, yes.
And tell us, and for fun, if you want to just give us a little comments or tell us what's your favorite Halloween costume you ever worn.
Or favorite Halloween movie.
Or favorite Halloween movie.
Mine's is Halloween. It's Halloween. And The Exorcist.
And The Exorcist.
Yeah, I just saw The Exorcist. I'm like, what a great movie.
I love Halloween.
Wow,
too.
that actress went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
She's great too.
Exorcist and Halloween, I have to say, are up there for
Yeah,
me.
they're my both favorites. Yeah, I'm not really like the gore type.
Oh, no.
Really.
Definitely
I don't like
not
those
for
type of
me.
movies.
I feel
but
like
if you love them,
if they're not
thumbs
scary,
up for you.
gore is so scary. It's just ugly, nasty.
yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye. That's funny. Wait, where's the thing at?